So first of all, it looks good in the sense that we go ahead and take the initiative. And we hop into vampire form. We go ahead and stun them with the shift. And now they're stunned right in front of our team, right? It's ideal. And then here is where it starts to be bad, right? Because I'm already below half health. And I'm surrounded by this team. I can either fully commit to this. I can just keep going and keep going and keep going. Because if I get this one, or specifically on her, I have to hit her in a fast succession. I cannot miss her. That's like one approach. Because if she dies right now, she's going to have to wait on a timer to respawn. And she's going to have to respawn from all the way back there and come all the way back. So that gives us a time advantage on the respawn. And she's one of the more problematic characters. Magic is like a really strong, hard-hitting, sneaky, flanking DPS that's going to cause our team trouble, so getting rid of her is a good idea. Our other option is we're already at half health, and our spawn and our team is right here. So the second that this happens, boom, I put up my right click, my shield, and I just back up. I get healed, switch, and then I don't know if you retain Vampiric while you're doing that, but anyway, back to Vampire, back to Blade, doing the Blade, and then we attack whatever's next to attack, right? Because we don't need to just die and like go around, because we're right in front of our spawn. So we want to sort of try to gain the advantage. But I think what might have happened is you used the shift and it caught onto her, right? So this is a very common Blade problem. So it's actually a very reasonable death. I was thinking maybe we just like didn't really react, because you know you're saying you're struggling a lot, but really, dude, this is the most reasonable death ever. You didn't really know. I mean, it's not like we knew she was gonna be right there at that time, and we tried to dash back into here, and it hit the hitbox like from so far away, because that's just like what Blade Shift does. So yeah, that's fine. But we could have used our right click shield though. Okay, look, there we go. Look pretty good. So all that we did to get it started as well, and the other team is kind of throwing ourselves into the spawn. We ended up getting a kill with the help of this guy. See, overall, I mean, gold is not that bad. Like, gold is kind of... There's going to be some lower level stuff happening, but a lot of it is, like, not that bad. There's, yeah, I don't have experience playing Thing, but yeah, he's a good, like, anti-dive pick, so that's good. So we can go ahead and use our shift right off the bat. Oh, no, okay. Because I was thinking that was our way to get up to the fight, but we have this to get up to the fight. That's nice, okay. Either one, right? Because we don't want to, like, waste our abilities, but I was thinking, well, we want to get up to the fight faster, right? Alright. We look fine. We reacted to this. Nice. So I think the Thing mechanics can be slightly better in the sense that, like, when we're charging our Haymaker, then we do the E ability to jump forward as we're doing it, and then we slam her. I think we kind of did that, but that's just some feedback on, like, maybe do that. So the problem with going this direction is we do want to threaten the magic, but what we don't want to do is spend a bunch of time way out here. We like our goal is to get onto the team fight, but threatening her and chasing her was fine. But then it's like, we don't want to get stuck in limbo land right here. We basically need to carry forward and come out here and join the team fight. Especially because we only have 10% left, right? Or we could have just threatened her a bit. And when she was getting away and it felt like, I probably won't pick up the kill, then you could have just turned around and come through here. And again, using the movement ability, using the shift. So now we're doing this. So that was like a waste of the shift, right? We'll go back and see it. So it's just like, what do we want to do with our shift, right? Again, I don't have much experience on this guy, but maybe you thought this was an enemy, and this is like very common, right? I think that this is something all the time, right? I mean, it's something that we eventually want to not get tricked by anymore, but it happens, right? It's a, I don't know, maybe that's what you're thinking. Anyway, if that was her, that would have been really good, right? Use our shift, boom, slam it down. Now we've trapped her, but it wasn't what it is. Now we can move forward, and our team is already dead. So overall, I think it wasn't that bad. It was pretty basic, but we could have, realistically, if we want to improve, we could say, okay, I could have been a bit sharper with either getting the point from the top or from the bottom and not getting distracted by an enemy on the side for too long. We want to defend against her. Sometimes it might be appropriate to chase her, But, you know, overall, what do we personally want our approach to be? We can just decide that for ourselves. Maybe you want to be the guy that chases people on the side. You know, that can work. Or maybe you want to be the guy who's like, I'm going to pretty much stay with the team and try to do team push. So anyway, it's fine. But yeah, it's a big example of like a goal gameplay. Like using the ultimate at the end when there's absolutely no chance. So now we don't have that ultimate. Yeah, stuff like this happens all the time, right? Oh yeah, I can skip this. Like I'm actually in the game here. So yeah, this one, how this one works is, so this can be destroyed. It usually gets destroyed at some point. Maybe by a diver. Whoa, what am I looking at? I thought this gets destroyed. Oh, okay, yep. And then it goes here. Okay. So this goes into the main fighting area. So then we have this. The kind of the main lane. This was like that area that could be destroyed. Then we can go up here. And this is mirrored on the other side. And then this is a little way to get up here. And we come through the side panels. We have the two front panels. And, you know, these can be destroyed to hang down like this. And then eventually there'll be a map change as well. Alright, so we're getting distracted, but it's like the very beginning of the match. So everybody's just funneling in to here, right? They don't really have the option to flank yet. They could only come through from right here. So what do we want to do? So now is where we might be expecting a flank to happen. Because now they've had enough time to go around and stuff like that. And she's right there. So he's over there. So this is like in the enemy team kind of. And now, okay, so this is what can happen on the map. Once this takes enough damage or whatever, it'll fall down. Usually it doesn't fall down this fast. So this will now, once this fully falls, we only have this way of getting through, or we can go around here. And this will fall down as well, so this kind of blocks it. So this is why, like, when we saw this stuff, this, like, you know, advanced map knowledge, but once you know it, you know, right? Once this stuff fell, it means that we no longer have any access to our healers at all. So we, like, need to basically immediately use our shift. That's, like, what I was thinking. What the fuck? Immediately use our shift, and I would go this direction and just try to get down around to the team and have this guy come follow us, hopefully. We could go this way, but, like, we might get stuck on something, but that might be a good path to go as well. Nice, you did immediately go this direction. Awesome. And we can be here with this guy, but this is kind of bad just because our healers are getting stuck. But they did kill this one, and they're fighting this one. But they have their healer here, and we don't. So yeah, that would be like the information of why we wouldn't use our ultimate here. Basically, okay, so we ended up getting a healer. I guess, so we have 3 healers, so maybe we did have a healer. But at first, he wasn't there, right? When we first got on point, I'm only seeing this guy. So it's me and this guy fighting, and I don't, because, like, where would the healers be? They would be, like, over here probably, right? They might be somewhere where I don't know yet, but in general, I'm thinking I don't have a healer. And I'm fighting these guys. So what's, like, what can happen here? You know, this guy needs to be able to apply lethal damage to this one while she's getting healed by the bubble, and potentially get support from over here, because it's just this guy behind. So these people also that we left behind also are expected to come around here and start challenging the point. And then whatever is happening with our team, we don't know yet. And since we still have, I think we just used it, but, like, since we just went over here and everything was fine, so we could have used, then we didn't see a healer, so we could have just used the shift to get over here and support our healers, and our healers would start to trickle in down here, and then this guy would probably die because he'd probably just stay on point. But potentially he could get saved, and then we're, like, full health with support and stuff like that, and then we can think of, like, a strategic moment to use our ultimate. Very nice. So yeah, that's a good example of, like you said, a questionable ultimate. So what would make an ultimate better, right? It's because sometimes we do use them, when we're going down low health and stuff like that. But we should have a bit more understanding of what's going on in the game. We should feel like, we have some sort of advantage here. There's some sort of like, I won't die, and my teammates will be able to follow up on this. Like, sometimes it's not always that perfect, right? But yeah, it's like, if our habit is to kind of use it when we're panicking, that's bad, right? Like, down the road, we might be able to use that. Like, oh, I'm feeling panic about something, and then my ultimate is an option, so I can use it, right? But if we have any trouble with that, then we first want to develop using our ultimate during times when we're not panicking at all. So that way we round out our game, right? We improve our abilities of how we think about the ultimate and when we want to use it, right? Of just like, even if you think it's not necessarily a good time to use your ultimate, if you're not panicking and things are kind of chill or whatever, and you go ahead and use it, that can just be a good experience. Again, I've only watched a little bit of your gameplay, but I'm just bringing it up. So we are the tank, so we don't need to hide behind the rest of the team. We can be up with the team, but yeah, we don't want to die. We don't want to take way too much damage. But in general, yep, this looks a lot better. So then this is our healing ultimate. So our person used the healing ultimate. So now we can go buck wild, right? And we see a healer, so we go ahead and pressure her. And then that's her ultimate. She yells, blah, 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 blah. So now she's getting healed. We can still pressure her and stuff, but now it's kind of like an even game as far as nobody can really kill each other right now. In general, right? So now we used our other ultimate, our other healing ultimate, which is the White Fox. So now we can, because our goal is to get to the point as well. So we're kind of running in. But yeah, it's like nobody can really tell 100% what's going on. But yeah, you're attacking this person consistently. So that's pretty good. But unfortunately, what's happening with our team? They're not really pushing forward. This person's struggling with damage. Sweet. So we ended up getting the kill on her. That's a really good sign. And we ended up kind of, instead of sticking to that, we reversed back. I think that's good. You're seeing this healer here. This ability lasts a couple seconds. And then, in general, yeah, there's sort of a wall here of the black cats and the magic or whatever. I guess the magic just died. That's preventing our healers from moving forward. So that's just like the difficulty of playing against Dive, to be honest. So one thing we could have done is just like this ability she does, because honestly it didn't look bad, right? It was a reasonable death. You're fighting, you're fighting in a team fight, you're trying to make stuff happen, so it's all reasonable. It's not like you made like some kind of crazy mistake, right? We didn't know that our team is not able to push at all, because realistically they could kind of push this direction and kind of get out here closer to you and they could save your life, but instead they got pushed back. So from your perspective, you just don't really know that. But one thing we could say is, like, once she does that ability, we kind of got all up close to her, which is good if our teammates are with us. Might as well, right? But we could have, like, I don't know, man, backed up, I guess. But it's just sort of like looking for something we can say. Overall, it's reasonable. We fought hard in the fight, right? We pressured the magic for a while. We contributed to the first healer kill. We almost contributed to the second healer kill. So overall, it looks good, right? And our teammates are winning, right? They're winning the team fight. Now they've got just about everybody. There's the second healer kill. This guy's on his last leg. The epic battle. So yeah, that was foolish, right? Or it's not necessarily foolish, but it's like she could have just gone this way and tried to catch up with her team. But instead she got damaged to half health by this and then tried to go chase him, and then he just stayed there and shot her, right? It happens. Nice. He's trying to get away. So where is he? Like, I have no idea where he is. But you went ahead and followed him, assumed he was up here or whatever, and you followed him. Looks good. Found this guy, killed him. Looks great. Now we got to get to point. So there's a person right here, and there might be a person behind as well. So again, like, because just based on what we can hear. So yeah, there's these two enemies as well. But we found the healer. We immediately just cooked the shit out of her. Looks good. Looks great.